USCIS processing times are increasing and backlogs are coming. We know this because Q2 report for immigration has just been released, and in this video I'll tell you all about the processing times, backlogs, and everything you need to know if you're going through immigration process in 2025. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, I'm super excited to share with you Q2 report of USCIS telling us about processing times, how it's increasing, what's happening, where are the backlogs coming. Also, interesting report about EB1 petitions, what's happening with those petitions, and also family petitions, I-751s, adjustment of status, everything you need to know about going through the immigration process right now in the United States, I'm going to break down in this video so you know what are they processing right now, what is being on hold, what is taking longer, and what processing times are going to impact us in the next 6 months. So please, guys, watch this video all the way until the end. I'm going to cover family petitions, employment, and all the things that you are going through right now. So don't miss anything about this video that will be important for you as you plan your immigration process in the next few months. Now let's go straight into this video. A new government data from Q2 of USCIS, which is publicly released, reveals trends about visa processing and green cards under Trump's first 6 months in office. The second quarter of USCIS, we're talking about January through early April 2025. That gives us all the data you need to know about planning your immigration case moving forward. The key about this report is that we know that what they've been doing since January, it has a direct impact on immigration processing, and what we see is emerging right now from USCIS in terms of adjudication and the processing times of applications. This report shows interesting things because on one hand, there's a rising demand for many things. Family petitions, K-1 visas, and EB1 petitions, self-petitions, on the employment side. That's definitely clear that there's more people filing, including citizenship. But at the same time, we see that there's a growing backlog. Processing times are slowly growing. And that means that if you guys are going to be going through the immigration process now, it is important for you to act now. Because as things get worse over time, those that are going to wait longer are going to be suffering more because their cases will be delayed and sent to the back of the pile. We also see that the approval rates are also shifting both on the employment side and family side in terms of fiance visas, adjustment of status, and green cards based on marriage, green card holders, and family petitions. All this is slightly shifting under this administration. And once again, I'm going to break down the biggest trends that is going to be important for you, whether you go through the employment-based immigration or family-based, so you have all the knowledge you need to plan your cases moving forward. Once again, guys, watch this video all the way until the end so you don't miss any of the trends. So let's start with the basics. USCIS just completed 2.7 million cases in Q2 of 2025. This is a sharp decline, over 18% from the 3.3 million cases they processed the same time last year, and even fewer by 12% from the previous quarter of the beginning of the year, quarter one. That shows a gradual decrease in processing capacity. Now, as a result of this decrease, the agency's caseload surged by 1.6 million. Right now, USCIS has over 11 million pending cases. Some say it's the highest level of pending cases in over 10 years. And again, once again, guys, a new data that it's the first time since 2024 that they have 34,000 unopened cases. Guys, it means that the cases that they receive and they haven't opened. Imagine you send them a case. You think that they are working on your case, but no, they haven't even opened it. They have over 34,000 cases like that sitting at USCIS processing center. It's crazy. They don't even have the ability to open a case that you send them right now. Now, before I tell you about processing time, specifically for work visas, green card renewals, and work authorizations, before we talk about these statistics, I want to ask you a big favor. If you're watching my videos every single week, please subscribe to my channel. click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show these videos to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, pushing a case forward, suing the government, filing for a work permit, filing for your citizenship, anything, send me a text, 619-483-4549. I'm here, guys, to help you because you're watching my videos and I want to be of service to you. Or go to www.immigrationasap.com, leave your details, and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. And now, let's go back into the video. So processing times climbed for specific forms. So these three forms experienced the most significant processing times in the second quarter of USCIS 2025, starting with I-129 form. So I-129 non-immigrant worker form. This form used for H-1B visas, O-1 visas, L visas. Processing times for these forms jumped by over 25% and is up by 80% year over year. It tells us that USCIS may have shifted resources from processing I-129 forms to other departments. Or maybe they're adding extra review steps to these applications like H-1Bs, O-1s, and these steps are slowing the processing. Also, we've seen more requests for evidence from these work petitions, like O-1s, more requests for evidence, or H-1Bs, and as a result, you've seen slowdown in processing. This is expected to continue through Q3 and possibly Q4 of 2025. Moving to I-90 green card renewals. If you try to renew a green card, you know it's taking forever. Median processing time increased by over 900%. It used to take over a month to process these applications. Now it's taking over a year. This means that processing renewals of green cards is taking forever right now. And many green card holders are being frustrated. But this particular increase is because USCIS sees it less of a priority to do that. And they're focusing on better, bigger things in their opinion. Remember, if you're going to be renewing your green card, do this early enough or apply for US citizenship, because as you know, if you're about to renew a green card and you're eligible for citizenship, it's better to apply for citizenship. Moving to I-765 work permits. The number of pending work permits increased by 87% since Q1 of 2025. Now we have over 2 million pending work permits all across the board with USCIS. The net backlog of 765 work permits is over 18% in a single quarter, which means, guys, if you're applying for a work permit and you need to work, keep this in mind, do this early enough, otherwise you will be stuck in this backlog as well. Let's talk about a nice trend, EB1 petitions. As you know, EB1s are self-petitions. We do a lot of self-petitions in my office, and I've seen an increase in demand for people who want to apply for these petitions. Why? Because they typically take faster to get a green card. But USCIS has a problem. Right now, we see a backlog of pending EB1s. Over 16,000 EB1s are currently pending with USCIS. And this is the highest record ever. More than 15 years we haven't seen such backlog in EB1 cases. If you're asking me what is the approval rate right now for EB1As, it's 72%. It went down from last year that was 84%. Now, guys, 72%. If you're from India, it's below 70%. Also, we see that this trend of backlogs and then looking more into these cases suggests that you're going to see more requests for evidence in EB1As. Once again, that means that having very proper preparation in the beginning when you file this case is essential. And in our office, we are geared towards these RFEs. And we're going to fight hard to get all these cases approved for our clients. What's the number one growing country that applies for EB1As right now? Guess what? It's Nigeria, doubling the number of petitions year after year. Nigeria is now third behind India and China that apply for EB1A cases. India now has over 32% increase in approvals than the previous year. Let's talk about family petitions. Once again, guys, before we talk about family petitions, remember, if you need help with your case, you know where to go. Send me a text, 619-483-4549, or go to www.immigrationasap.com. Leave your details, and one of my team members will contact you ASAP. Let's talk about family petitions. K-1 visas. Application for K-1 visas I-199F form increased by 6% in the Q1. And now they are 20% more than a year ago. Approval rates for Fiance visas now stand at 69%, increased by 5% from last year. Let's move to 751 removal of condition cases. Filing jumped by 51%. More and more people are now filing for removal of conditions, specifically in Q2 of 2025. This is because more and more people are eligible to file, but the backlog is still there, and those cases are taking over 3 years to be processed. Again, if you guys qualify to apply for citizenship and you're still living and married with your spouse, consider that strategy to speed up your 751. Adjustment of status, forms I-485. Adjustment of status increased by 2% from Q1. Approvals for I-485s stand at 84%, a little bit down from last year at the same time. Finally, N-400 applications for citizenship. Application for citizenship increased by 10% from Q1 of 2025. It dropped 6% from last year, but approval is high at 92%. Guys, if you're eligible for citizenship, you got to do it now. It's still fairly fast compared to what I expect it to be in a year from now. So guys, overall, you can see what's happening here. We can see that immigration is taking their time. They're checking more cases, and backlogs are slowly creeping up, which means that if you're eligible to file for any application, do it now, because in a year from now, it's going to get worse. Now is the time to file for your immigration matters. Once again, guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope that this information was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'll see you at our next video.